Welcome to our office. This is where Subto is. This is where the Subto fund is. This is where we're building our big multifamily portfolio. You've got all the most important people in my company here. Now, the leader, the visionary of the company is obviously important. The team is way more important than them. And then ultimately, there's also the heart of the business. And today, we're gonna be interviewing Elena Cardone, as she is the heart of the Cardone Enterprises world. She's gonna sit down with me. We're gonna be talking about their upcoming challenge. In fact, it's happening right now. Go to pacerecommends.com. There's also a link in the description down below. Join us for this challenge, because what you're gonna be learning is you're gonna be learning how the 5 key components of a business, something that you need to build a business this big where people rely on you, you're paying paychecks, people are making money, how to build that. Well, Elena's gonna talk about how her responsibilities and what she brings to the table amplifies everything Grant does, everything Jared does. So watch this interview, enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the Unbreakable Business Challenge. Guys, here's the thing. I'm not like the Cardones yet, but them going through 30 years of all of this cuts the learning curve down to like 3 years, 5 years, 6 years.
That was the goal. We want to fast track your way to success.
And I feel like that every time I spend an hour with you guys, I spend a whole day with you guys, I feel like that learning curve gets shorter and shorter and shorter. Hey guys, I'm here with Elena Cardone, one of my favorite people on the planet. Grant is pretty cool, but Elena is way, way better in my personal opinion. She actually brings the heart to the business, and I'm so grateful. I got to spend 2 days with her the last couple of days masterminding with business leaders and thought leaders throughout the country, all converge right here in Miami at Cardone Ventures. And we've been talking about this upcoming challenge that the Cardones are putting on January 24th through the 28th, called the Unbreakable Challenge. And I wanted to do a little interview with you, with Elena, and kind of talk about why this is so important, especially in the upcoming economic storm that I believe we're going to see on the horizon.
Yep.
Thank you for hanging out with me.
Oh man, this has been so much fun. I'm so glad that you're here today. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to this Unbreakable Challenge because, you know, if you get ahead of it, ahead of the storm, if you know how to prepare and you align all the forces, you know, it might be a little bit of some pains here and there as the vulnerabilities in the business get exposed. But if you can pivot and change and know how to do that, and you've aligned with enough people to help you get through it, it can be a very smooth and very rewarding transition. It can actually be the opportunity, which we believe it's going to be the opportunity of our lifetime if you know how to prepare.
That's a powerful statement, especially since you guys have been in business for 30 years. You guys have gone through recessions, really, really bad ones. Grant was saying last night at dinner, he says that this is going to be like going to turn the last recession into like its baby sister.
Oh,
like this is
man.
going to be way, way, way worse.
Wow.
And you talked about alignment and getting around the right people. I'm so grateful for the opportunity because I'm going to follow the leaders in the industry, the people that are the thought leaders. You guys went from doing $3 million. Actually, what's funny, I did an interview with Jared earlier, and he talked about how you guys started in your pool house. Do you remember those days?
Of course.
And what's crazy is people will look at you guys today and everything looks so put together. And obviously you have a team now, but it didn't start that way. Right? It started with a little vision.
You make it sound glamorous, like the pool house, like it was a guest house, like the sink, it had a busted hole in it, like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't fully operational, functional, but yes, the guest house.
Well, I look at like the guest house. I have a lot of friends that do the same thing. They go, we don't have the right money for an office or a team. We got to do this ourselves. And you look around your house and you go, what room can I turn into an office?
Exactly.
And so that's essentially, some people that are watching this right now are like, one, maybe they don't even have a business.
Right.
Two, they go, well, I can't be like the Cardones.
Right.
Guys, here's the thing. I'm not like the Cardones yet, but them going through 30 years of all of this cuts the learning curve down to like 3 years, 5 years, 6 years.
That was the goal. We want to fast track your way to success.
And I feel like that every time I spend an hour with you guys, I spend a whole day with you guys, I feel like that learning curve gets shorter and shorter and shorter. No joke, from the last time I saw you guys 3 months ago at a previous mastermind, I spent 2 days with you guys. I went home, we implemented a few things in our business, and we made an extra $4 million in our business.
Exactly. Isn't that incredible how that works?
I should send them a check.
It's like, yeah, you should.
My gosh.
It's like little tweaks though, right? It wasn't like huge dial marks. Like some people get overwhelmed or like, I have to change so much. It's little adjustments that you apply to your life.
Yeah, somebody told me a couple years ago, they said it's better to crawl in the right direction than run in the wrong direction. And so it's those little tweaks of going in the right direction that make the biggest impact.
It can make a huge difference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I'm so excited about this Unbreakable Challenge, because Grant has the tried and true, the methods, and how to get you thinking and preparing for what's to come. So he's got that market cornered, and he's willing to show it all so that you can win, right? And then I'm here because I do all the other, how do we get the family aligned? How do we get the business partners aligned? How do we get the customers, the clients, the family, the distant family, everybody in the friends, how do we get them all on the same page, working in a collaborated effort to reach these goals together? You know, it's one thing to go build a business, but if you're coming home and you're fighting and you're arguing and destroying,
Huge.
it's like you're on a hamster wheel. You keep staying in the same place. But if you have everybody aligned with the vision and the targets and when are we going to hit this, and everyone's working and thinking and tracking with the same mindset, it's like you no longer are fighting each other. You become fortified to go fight the outside world so that you can shorten, again, that timeline in order to attain the goal. If you have the goal and you want to attain it, right, and you think it's going to take 3 years or 10 years, but then you're adding the whole the 5 people you hang out with and they're not on, then how much time do you have to add on to that? Because now you're distracted and you have to handle these internal situations. But if everyone's coordinated and in alignment, the track and the goal attainment becomes significantly shorter.
We could talk about that for 5 hours. I mean, that is such a core part of the reason why people are maybe stagnant in their growth, is they come home from having a dream and they come home from maybe their job and they go, all right, it's time to work on my business. And immediately their spouse is attacking them because they haven't taken the time to learn how to get that spouse on the same page.
Exactly.
And they spend a year, 2 years, 3 years saying, man, why is my side business not taking off? And it's because of that alignment, guys.
It's a dead weight.
And this is why I tell people all the time, I go, I think Grant is great, but Elena is the one that really brings that cohesive effort, brings the kids, the husband and wife together, and then the outside world all comes together where you're a full team.
Yes. And that is the magic. That is my magic. That's my wheelhouse. That's what I want to help everybody who wants this information get on the same page, because there's not a lot of people out there. I dare you to find one that's actually living by example and keeping the curtain open to show you how we're doing, what systems do we have in place, how do you get people aligned. I really have the intention to bring the family unit, the family dynamic restored, because it is so powerful and strong and such a huge purpose that can elevate you. And you can use that force to get where you want to go faster than it is to just try to do it all on your own, struggling to survive and make it. And, you know, there's strength in numbers. So I really want to restore that for other people to really work together instead of not knowing and floundering and just trying to survive and thinking you have to do everything on your own.
Right. And guys, I challenge you to make sure you sign up for the Unbreakable Challenge, January 24th through the 28th. A couple of things you got to know. I'm going to be taking the challenge myself. Every time these guys do a live, they do a training, they do a boot camp, they come to Scottsdale a lot where I live, I will take the time, go in there, take notes myself, take that back, and bring that to my business immediately. I will be doing the same thing during this challenge, and I challenge my community to come with me. And every day after the 24th, after the challenge wraps up for the day, I'm gonna be doing a live talking about the things I took away from that first day and then implementing into my business so you guys can see the journey for somebody at my level, which will help bridge the journey for the people at your guys' level. Maybe you're brand new, maybe you're doing $100,000 a year, maybe you're doing 50 million plus a year like our businesses are. But you have to be around people that have full transparency. And in closing, here's the thing. There's a lot of people you can learn from. It's getting really noisy out there in social media. It's getting noisy on YouTube. It's getting noisy on Instagram Reels and all these things. I can tell you with firsthand experience today, I gotta walk around their office, talk to their employees. I know the names of the people in the organization, and they are more convicted than anybody I've ever seen working at any other company. The transparency here is at level 10. And you don't see that anywhere else. You get people that give you just enough information to keep you away from the truth. These guys open up the curtains, like Elena said, and show you everything. So during the Unbreakable Challenge, I imagine it will be 10x of what I saw today. I'm super excited and so grateful.
Super excited. I want us all to win, to succeed. So anyone out there who wants to get ahead of this curve, you know, I welcome it. Your success is our success, and I'm just really excited to be at this point in our lives and be able to share the knowledge and information that we've gained that have been successful actions for us. So I want to see us all win together.
Is there ever a point, last question, we'll wrap up. Is there ever a point where you stop learning?
Never, never. No, we're always self-enhancing. We're always, you know why? Because every time I get to where I'm at now, that what you're seeing in our life now is a manifestation of from 2008. It finally came to fruition. But again, we had to do that on our own. This could have been fast-tracked.
Right.
You know, so now looking ahead, I have a huge goal and a huge vision of my future. Now I have to reverse engineer and take the actions necessary to become that woman who's going to be strong enough to be that person that I've envisioned myself in the future. So I'm always reverse engineering. Who do I have to become to be more confident, to be able to speak better, to know more, to have more compassion, to be able to deliver products better, like to be more certain, to be more financial literate, you know, like, so I'm always learning and self-educating because I'm not that person yet who I've envisioned myself to be. I have to get myself there.
Well, I'm grateful for you guys cutting down the path through the jungle with a machete and letting us all follow behind you and cutting that learning curve down. Guys, I encourage you to sign up for the challenge January 24th through the 28th. Like I said, I'll be going live every single day, showing you guys my notes, how I'm going to implement it into our 9 businesses. And I look forward to seeing you guys all there.
Click on the link.
Click on the link.